Hello and welcome to this tutorial on search engine optimization, or SEO as it is more commonly known as these days. We are going to have a look at the basics of SEO and how beginners can optimize their websites to achieve higher ranking in search engines. Now, the internet, as we all know, has been going around for quite a few years now. And more recently, the internet has become the preferred medium of searching information. There is so much information available on the internet that some sort of a structure is needed to find what you're looking for. And that is where search engines come in handy. Now, there are quite a few search engines going around these days. The most popular one is Google, and there are others like Yahoo, MSN, Alta Vista, and Ask, to name a few. To achieve good search engine optimization, I'm afraid to say there are no shortcuts. You cannot get results within days. It takes time and can take up to a couple of months or even more, depending on what kind of keywords you're trying to optimize your page for. Now, if someone tells you that they're going to optimize your page in such a way that it will appear on the first page of Google or Yahoo in a couple of days, then I'm afraid to say they are not being very honest with you. So please try to avoid going to such consultants that give false claims. Search engine optimization works in a similar way on all search engines, so the results of your efforts will show on all of them. Now, the key to search engine optimization is the quality of the content. The better the quality of your content, the easier it will be for search engines to index your page. You must make sure that all the facts and figures included on your page are correct and there are no grammar errors at all. Now, what good content does is that it gives you returning visitors, people who will come back to your website over and over again to see if you have updated your content or added any new details. Another advantage of good content is that it brings quality links, which means people with websites similar to yours would like to link to you. And we will discuss more link building in a later tutorial. The last point I have mentioned in capitals because it is very, very important. Do not copy. You must not copy from any other website. All the material appearing on your website must be your own work. It must be original and it must not infringe someone's copyrights. The next thing to look at when doing SEO is to check your spellings, to make sure that the content is grammatically correct and to make sure there are no spelling mistakes. Now, as we all know that there are two versions of the English language that are going around on the internet. There's the American English and there's the UK English, and there are some spelling variations between these two. So which one should you use? Well, again, it depends on what area your website is targeted at. If you have a UK-based website, then it is preferred to use the UK spellings. Similarly, if your audience is American, then you should use American spellings. Some people tend to mix the two together, but personally, I would not recommend that. The next thing to look at is the title and description of your web page. Now, it is very important to have a unique title and description for each page of your website. A structure which I commonly use with my title and description goes like this: that first I have the document title, followed by the section from which the document comes from, followed by the site or the name of the company. And this structure works best for me. Now here's an example. You have bathroom lighting followed by interior lighting, which is the name of the section, followed by XYZ Lighting Supplies, which is the name of the company. Having a unique title and description on each page will help index your pages quickly on search engines, and that is very important when trying to achieve a higher ranking on search engines. You can also use heading tags within your content to emphasize the keywords. Now here is an example of a good title. You can see the name of the company, Amazon.com, followed by a section name, electronics, followed by the items which are for sale in this section. The next point is using friendly URLs. Now try to use friendly URLs as much as you can. By a friendly URL, I mean a URL which can be easily read and understood, contains normal English words, and is easy to understand. You should avoid dynamically generated URLs. As you can see in this example, which shows a query string trying to access a database to search for some information. Now most search engine robots have difficulty reading these kind of URLs, and the more complex they are, the harder it is for them to read and understand it. So please try and avoid using dynamically generated URLs and try to use simple friendly URLs as much as you can. Next we're going to talk about orphaned pages. Orphaned pages are pages that are created and stored on your server, but they're not linked to any other page, or there is no other page that links to them. So basically, there is no way to access them. These kind of pages should be removed from your website. These pages could have been created by mistake or could have been created for testing purposes. So it's best to remove them from the server. The next step is to have quality links. Now where do we get quality links and how do we get quality links? We get quality links if we have quality content. And if the content is of good quality, then good sites will want to link to us. The more quality inbound links that you have, the better it is for your website, and it will be decreasing the time it takes your pages to get indexed on search engines. You should also try to avoid link farms. It is basically a web page which has nothing more than links to other websites. No content of its own, but just links. So we should try and avoid such kind of pages. We should also try to avoid links from websites that are not of good repute. Such links can destroy the ranking of your website. And what we must try to do is get as many related links as we can. Related links basically mean links from sites that are talking about the same theme as yours. Next comes search engine submissions. Now you should try to submit your website to as many web pages as you can. Try and submit your site to as many search engines, and you must submit your website to the Yahoo directory as well as the Open Directory project, which is more popularly known as DMOZ. Now here is the Yahoo directory. Now it has sections which tell you where you can submit your website for free. So have a look on this website and submit it in the right section. Submitting your website and seeing results might take time, but once your website is indexed and appears in the results, you will start seeing good traffic coming to your website through these results. Demos is also a very famous place to submit new websites. So please try and submit your website in the right category. Now, one thing I want to emphasize is that please do not try to cheat search engines. Do not use unethical methods to get a higher ranking. Do not spam. Do not flood your web pages with keywords. All it will do, it will get you banned. You might see some results temporarily, but they will not be long term. So for long-term benefits, please try to use ethical methods as we've discussed so far. Now, frames are not liked by search engines. Now, most search engine robots cannot read frame pages properly. So why use them? Try and avoid them as much as you can. A page which is inside a frame might not get indexed properly, and even if it does, it might not be easy to navigate from that page, which will make it very hard for the person who's come to your website to find the relevant information they're looking for. And they might just go back and look for some other website. Now, in concluding this tutorial on the basics of search engine optimization, I must emphasize on good quality content. Good quality content is the way to go, and it will help you see faster results of your optimization efforts. You should try and use unique title and description on every page. As we've discussed, this helps in getting each and every page indexed. And the more web pages your website has got indexed, the higher ranking it will achieve, and it will get better results. Try to use friendly URLs as much as you can. Simple basic English terms should be used in your URL names. Quality links, well, they come with time. The more quality you have, the more people would want to link to you. Try to submit to as many search engines as you can. The results will take time, but they will come. They will skyrocket your traffic. And last but not least, I would like to re-emphasize that please do not cheat the search engines.